In a world that often equates noise with progress and activity with success, silence emerges as a powerful yet underestimated ally. What if the key to mastering communication and navigating life's complexities lies not in what we say, but in what we choose not to say? Silence, often misconstrued as mere absence of sound, holds a wealth of potential, transforming interactions, fostering deeper connections, and cultivating inner peace. Historically, Stoicism has championed the art of silence, teaching us that true strength lies in our ability to control our responses rather than react impulsively. From the wise musings of Seneca to the contemplative nature of Marcus Aurelius, silence has been a strategic tool utilized by philosophers and leaders alike. In this exploration, we will uncover how silence can disarm opponents, enhance our emotional regulation, and lead to profound personal growth. Join us as we delve into the quiet strategy of silence, learning to embrace it not just as an absence of words, but as a powerful presence that can confuse, inspire, and transform our lives. Let's embark on a journey to understand how the quiet moments can speak volumes, crafting a path toward wisdom and serenity in our increasingly noisy world. Lesson 1: The power of non-reaction. In a society characterized by rapid communication and instant responses, the ability to pause before reacting is an invaluable skill. The Stoic principle of non-reaction teaches us that our true power lies not in our circumstances, but in our responses to them. This lesson emphasizes the art of non-reaction and invites us to cultivate a moment of silence between the stimulus we encounter and the response we choose to give. Non-reaction is not about passivity, it's about active engagement with our thoughts and emotions. When we encounter a provocation, be it a harsh comment from a colleague or an unexpected criticism, our initial instinct may often be to react defensively. However, the Stoic approach encourages us to take a step back, breathe, and consider our response. This pause allows us to examine the underlying emotions and motivations behind our reactions. Silence, in this context, can be a powerful form of strength. When we choose to remain silent in the face of provocation, we demonstrate self-control and resilience. It communicates to others that we are not easily swayed by external pressures or emotional triggers. For instance, during a heated debate, if one participant chooses silence instead of engaging in a back-and-forth argument, it can shift the dynamics of the conversation. This silence can prompt others to reflect on their words and reconsider their approach. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, exemplified this principle throughout his life. He faced significant challenges, including enslavement and personal hardship, yet he maintained a calm demeanor. His teachings emphasized that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control our responses. He famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This lesson encourages us to harness the power of silence, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. By practicing non-reaction, we not only gain emotional clarity, but also enhance our capacity for thoughtful engagement. When faced with a provocation, take a moment to breathe deeply. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This simple practice can help create a pause that allows for reflection before responding. After experiencing a situation that provoked a strong emotional response, take time to write about it in a journal. Reflect on your initial thoughts, feelings, and the potential consequences of different responses. Engage in role-playing exercises with a friend or colleague, where one person plays the role of the provocateur. Practice responding to various scenarios with silence or thoughtful non-reaction, allowing yourself to feel the strength in restraint. Lesson 2: Silence as a strategic tool. Silence is often seen as an absence of sound, but it can be an incredibly strategic tool in communication and negotiation. This lesson explores how intentional silence can create opportunities, disarm opponents, and shift the dynamics of any interaction. Strategic silence allows us to exercise control over conversations and interactions. In high-stakes negotiations, silence can be a deliberate tactic to create tension or prompt the other party to reveal more than they intended. For example, after presenting your terms in a business negotiation, remaining silent can compel the other party to fill the void, often leading them to disclose their thoughts, objections, or even concessions. Throughout history, many influential leaders and strategists have recognized the power of silence. For instance, in Sun Tzu's The Art of War, he emphasizes the significance of withholding information as a means to maintain an advantage over adversaries. His teachings advocate for the use of silence to create uncertainty and manipulate the flow of information. Consider how certain political leaders have used silence to their advantage. During pivotal moments in history, leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. employed silence strategically in their speeches. The pauses in his rhetoric allowed the weight of his words to resonate more deeply with his audience, creating an emotional connection that words alone could not achieve. In our personal interactions, silence can also serve to amplify key messages. When we choose to remain silent after making an important point, we signal its significance, inviting the listener to reflect and engage more deeply. This lesson encourages us to practice silence deliberately, recognizing its potential to influence outcomes in both personal and professional settings. Moreover, silence can create a space for others to share their thoughts without interruption. Consider a team meeting where a member feels hesitant to contribute. By remaining silent and encouraging them to share, you foster an environment of inclusivity and collaboration. In conversations, practice the art of pausing before responding. Allow silence to fill the space and observe how it affects the dynamics of the conversation. Notice how others may feel compelled to share more when you remain silent. Engage in reflective listening by allowing others to speak without interruption. After they finish, pause for a moment before responding. This silence can create a deeper connection and invite more meaningful dialogue. During negotiations, practice using strategic silence intentionally. After presenting your position, remain silent to gauge the other party's reactions and thoughts. Observe how this silence can shift the conversation. Lesson 3: Cultivating inner peace. In our chaotic world, the quest for inner peace can feel like an uphill battle. This lesson underscores the importance of silence in cultivating tranquility and mental clarity. Silence allows us to disconnect from the noise of the external world and reconnect with our inner selves, fostering a sense of peace and stability. Silence serves as a sanctuary, providing respite from the constant demands and distractions of modern life. By dedicating time for quiet reflection or meditation, we create a space for our thoughts and feelings to settle. This practice aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of self-reflection and mindfulness. Consider the practice of mindfulness meditation, which often emphasizes silence as a means to achieve mental clarity. In mindfulness, practitioners focus on their breath, allowing thoughts to come and go without judgment. This practice can help quiet the mind, fostering a sense of calm and presence. Research has shown that individuals who practice mindfulness and engage in regular moments of silence often experience reduced stress levels, improved focus, and increased emotional well-being. By making silence a priority in our lives, we not only enhance our personal growth, but also contribute to a more balanced and harmonious environment for those around us. For example, after a hectic day, taking a few moments to sit in silence can help reset your mind and emotions. This practice enables you to process the events of the day, reflect on your feelings, and cultivate a sense of gratitude for the positive moments. Incorporating silence into our daily routines can take various forms, whether through quiet walks in nature, dedicated moments of stillness before or after a hectic day, or engaging in mindful breathing exercises. Each of these practices allows us to cultivate a sense of calm and presence, helping us to process our thoughts and emotions more effectively. Set aside a specific time each day for silence. This could be in the morning before the day begins, or in the evening as a way to wind down. Use this time for reflection, meditation, or simply being present with your thoughts. Spend time in nature without any distractions. Allow yourself to be fully present in the moment, observing the sights and sounds around you. This connection with nature can enhance your sense of peace and tranquility. Incorporate mindfulness meditation into your routine. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day to sit in silence, focusing on your breath and allowing thoughts to come and go without attachment. This practice can help cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace. Lesson 4. Understanding the silence of others. Silence is a complex form of communication that can convey a multitude of emotions and intentions. This lesson delves into the significance of interpreting the silence of those around us, enhancing our emotional intelligence and fostering empathetic connections. When someone remains silent, it can indicate a range of emotions, from contemplation to discomfort or even disagreement. By tuning into these non-verbal cues, we enhance our ability to empathize with others. This lesson encourages us to adopt an attitude of curiosity, asking open-ended questions and providing space for others to express their thoughts freely. For instance, if a friend is unusually quiet during a conversation, instead of filling the silence with your own words, consider gently asking, "What's on your mind?" This approach demonstrates that you value their feelings and create an opening for them to share. Empathy compels us to recognize that silence can be an expression of vulnerability. By creating a safe environment for others to share their feelings, we foster deeper connections and understanding. This lesson emphasizes that silence is not merely an absence of sound, but a rich tapestry of human emotion that invites us to engage more meaningfully with those around us. Moreover, understanding the silence of others can enhance our relationships and communication. By recognizing that silence can signify discomfort, uncertainty, or contemplation, we become more attuned to the emotional dynamics at play. This awareness allows us to respond with compassion and sensitivity, strengthening our connections and fostering a greater sense of trust. During conversations, practice active observation by paying attention to body language, facial expressions, and overall demeanor. Notice when someone is silent and consider what that silence may indicate about their feelings. When someone is silent, approach them with empathy. Ask open-ended questions that invite them to share their thoughts without pressure. For example, you might say, "I noticed you've been quiet today. Is there anything you'd like to talk about?" After someone shares their thoughts, take a moment of silence before responding. This allows you to process their words and demonstrate that you are truly considering their perspective. Lesson 5. The art of listening. Listening is an essential yet often overlooked skill that complements the practice of silence. This lesson highlights the importance of active listening as a means to enhance communication and foster meaningful relationships. In a world where people often prioritize speaking over listening, mastering the art of listening can be transformative. By embracing silence during conversations, we create space for others to articulate their thoughts fully. Active listening transcends mere hearing. It involves understanding the emotions, intentions, and underlying messages conveyed in the conversation. Consider a conversation with a friend who is sharing a personal challenge. Instead of preparing your response while they speak, active listening requires you to focus entirely on their words, tone, and body language. This level of engagement not only makes the speaker feel valued, but also allows you to respond more thoughtfully and empathetically. Active listening fosters deeper connections and enhances the quality of our interactions. When individuals feel heard and understood, they are more likely to engage in open dialogue and share their thoughts freely. This creates a culture of collaboration and trust, leading to more meaningful connections and improved problem solving. Moreover, active listening can reduce misunderstandings and conflicts. By taking the time to truly listen, we clarify our understanding of others' perspectives, minimizing the potential for miscommunication. In conversations, practice reflective listening by summarizing what the speaker has said before responding. For example, you might say, "So, if I understand correctly, you're feeling overwhelmed with your workload. Is that right?" This approach demonstrates your engagement and invites clarification. During discussions, intentionally incorporate moments of silence. After someone speaks, take a brief pause before responding. This silence allows you to process their words and show that you are considering their perspective thoughtfully. Keep a journal where you record insights from conversations. Reflect on what you learned, how you felt, and how you can improve your listening skills in future interactions. Lesson 6. Emotional regulation through silence. Emotions can sometimes overwhelm us, leading to impulsive reactions that we may regret later. This lesson focuses on how silence can serve as a valuable tool for emotional regulation, enabling us to navigate challenging situations with grace and composure. When confronted with intense emotions, whether anger, frustration, or anxiety, taking a moment of silence can provide immense relief. By pausing before responding, we create space to process our feelings and consider our options. This practice helps us avoid knee-jerk reactions that may escalate conflicts or damage relationships. For instance, if you find yourself in a heated argument with a loved one, choosing to remain silent for a moment can prevent escalation. During this pause, you can breathe deeply, collect your thoughts, and decide how you wish to respond. This moment of silence not only allows you to manage your emotions, but also sets a tone of respect and consideration. Research has shown that individuals who practice emotional regulation techniques, including the use of silence, often experience better mental health outcomes. By recognizing silence as an ally in emotional management, we empower ourselves to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. For example, consider a workplace scenario where a colleague criticizes your work. Instead of reacting defensively, taking a moment of silence can allow you to assess your feelings and gather your thoughts. This pause can lead to a more constructive response that fosters collaboration rather than conflict. When you feel overwhelmed, practice deep breathing exercises. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, hold for 4, and exhale for 4. This simple practice can help create a moment of silence that allows for reflection before responding. When emotions run high, consider implementing a time-out strategy. If a discussion becomes heated, take a break to collect your thoughts. Use this time to engage in a calming activity, such as taking a walk or practicing mindfulness. Keep a journal to reflect on your emotional experiences. Write about situations that triggered strong emotions, your responses, and how silence could have altered the outcome. This practice can enhance your self-awareness and guide future responses. Lesson 7. Speaking less, observing more. In a culture that often prizes verbosity, the ability to observe quietly can be a transformative skill. This lesson highlights the value of observation and reflection, encouraging us to prioritize listening and learning over speaking. Silence allows us to absorb our surroundings and observe the nuances of human behavior. By stepping back and observing, we gain insights that might be missed in the rush to speak. This lesson invites us to engage in mindful observation, whether in social settings, professional environments, or our personal lives. For instance, during a team meeting, instead of dominating the conversation, consider taking a step back and observing the dynamics at play. Who is contributing? Who seems disengaged? What unspoken tensions exist? By remaining silent, you allow yourself to gather valuable insights that can inform your understanding of the group's needs and dynamics. Reflective observation can lead to deeper self-awareness and improved relationships. By prioritizing observation over speaking, we create a richer tapestry of understanding that informs our decisions and interactions. This practice allows us to notice patterns in behavior and communication, enhancing our ability to respond effectively. Moreover, observation fosters empathy. When we take the time to observe others, we can better understand their feelings and perspectives. This understanding can lead to more compassionate interactions and stronger connections. Set aside time each week for mindful observation. Choose a setting, perhaps a park or a cafe, and spend time observing the interactions around you. Note body language, emotions, and dynamics without judgment. Keep a journal where you document your observations, reflect on what you noticed and how it made you feel. This practice deepens your understanding of social dynamics and your role within them. In conversations, practice active engagement by allowing moments of silence. After someone speaks, take a moment to reflect before responding. This practice encourages deeper engagement and thoughtful responses. Lesson 8. Silence in leadership. Effective leadership is characterized by the ability to create an environment of trust, respect, and open communication. This lesson explores how leaders can leverage silence to inspire and guide their teams. Silence can be a powerful tool in leadership, allowing leaders to listen actively and create space for team members to share their ideas and concerns. By modeling silence, leaders demonstrate humility and openness, encouraging a culture of collaboration and innovation. Historical figures such as Nelson Mandela exemplified the power of silence in leadership. Mandela's ability to listen and reflect created an atmosphere of respect, empowering those around him to express their thoughts and contribute to collective decision-making. His calculated use of silence often prompted deeper reflection among his peers, fostering a culture of inclusivity and mutual respect. When leaders embrace silence, they create an environment where team members feel valued and heard. This approach can lead to increased engagement and creativity, as individuals are more likely to share their ideas in a supportive atmosphere. Additionally, silence can be a strategic tool during meetings. Allowing moments of silence after a key point encourages reflection and thoughtful responses. Moreover, silence can serve as a powerful tool for conflict resolution. When tensions arise within a team, allowing silence can provide the space for individuals to process their emotions and reflect on their perspectives. This practice fosters a more collaborative approach to problem solving. Implement listening circles within your team. Create a space where each member has an opportunity to speak without interruption, while others practice silence and active listening. This exercise fosters trust and encourages open dialogue. During team meetings, incorporate intentional moments of silence after discussing important topics. This practice encourages reflection and allows team members to consider their thoughts before responding. Host feedback sessions where team members can share their thoughts and ideas. Encourage silence after each person speaks, allowing others to process and reflect before responding. Lesson 9. Silence and social dynamics. Silence plays a multifaceted role in social interactions, influencing relationships and communication dynamics. This lesson examines the impact of silence on our social experiences and offers strategies for navigating these dynamics effectively. In some situations, silence can create tension or discomfort, while in others, it can facilitate deeper connections. Understanding when to embrace silence and when to speak up is crucial in maintaining healthy relationships. This lesson encourages us to be attuned to the social context, recognizing how silence can enhance or hinder communication. For instance, during a group discussion, if someone shares a vulnerable story, the silence that follows can be powerful. It provides space for reflection and respect, allowing everyone to process the shared experience. Conversely, if silence follows a conflict without resolution, it can lead to misunderstandings and lingering tensions. Balancing silence and expression is key to successful interactions. By being mindful of the dynamics at play, we can navigate social situations with greater ease, fostering connections that are both authentic and meaningful. This lesson highlights the importance of adaptability in our communication styles, ensuring that we honor the nuances of social dynamics for more profound engagement. Moreover, understanding the role of silence in social dynamics can enhance our emotional intelligence. By becoming more attuned to the subtleties of communication, we can respond more effectively to the needs of those around us, fostering deeper connections and building trust. Spend time observing social interactions in various settings, whether at work, gatherings, or public spaces. Note the role that silence plays in these interactions and consider how it affects dynamics. In social settings, practice intentional silence. Allow moments of quiet to fill the space after someone speaks, observing how it influences the conversation and encourages deeper engagement. In situations of conflict, encourage silence as a means of reflection. Allow individuals to take a moment to gather their thoughts before responding, fostering a more constructive dialogue. Lesson 10. Embracing solitude. In a world filled with distractions and constant connectivity, the value of solitude is often overlooked. This lesson emphasizes the importance of solitude in Stoic philosophy and its role in personal growth and self-discovery. Solitude provides an opportunity for introspection, allowing us to connect with our thoughts and feelings without external influences. By embracing moments of solitude, we create space for self-reflection, creativity, and personal development. This lesson encourages us to prioritize solitude as a means to recharge and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. Consider the benefits of solitude on creativity. Many artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history have emphasized the importance of solitude in their creative processes. Figures like Virginia Woolf and Henry David Thoreau found inspiration and clarity in solitude, allowing their thoughts to flow freely. Incorporating solitude into our daily lives can take various forms. Quiet moments of reflection during a busy day, dedicated time for creative pursuits, or simply enjoying nature without distractions. This lesson invites us to celebrate solitude as a valuable practice that fosters growth, resilience, and clarity in our lives. For instance, consider setting aside time each week for a personal retreat. This could involve spending a day in nature, visiting a quiet cafe, or dedicating time to a creative project. These moments of solitude can help you reconnect with your thoughts and aspirations. Block out time in your calendar each week for solitude. Use this time to engage in activities that nourish your spirit, whether reading, writing, or simply being present in nature. Consider implementing a digital detox, where you disconnect from technology for a period of time. Use this opportunity to reflect, journal, or engage in creative pursuits without distractions. Plan occasional solo retreats where you can immerse yourself in solitude. Whether for a day or a weekend, use this time to reflect, create, and recharge. Through these 10 lessons, we uncover the profound significance of silence within the framework of Stoicism. Each lesson invites us to explore the multifaceted nature of silence, empowering us to navigate life with greater intention, understanding, and emotional resilience. By embracing silence as a strategic ally, we can enhance our personal and social experiences, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful existence. Incorporating these lessons into our daily lives allows us to cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and others. As we learn to navigate the complexities of communication and interpersonal dynamics, we become more adept at using silence to our advantage, fostering an environment of reflection, understanding, and growth. Let us remember that silence is not merely a void, but a powerful presence that can transform our interactions and enhance our relationships. By practicing the art of silence, we open ourselves to new possibilities, insights, and connections that enrich our lives and the lives of those around us.